EFC fans around the world instantly fell in love with featherweight Tumisang Madiba by virtue of his action-packed finishes and signature somersaults off the cage. An electrifying fighter inside and outside the hex, Madiba continues to entertain with a wide variety of skills, from his devastating knockout power to his offensive grappling and merciless submission finishes. Standing in his way is a man undefeated in over 30 fights, who has yet to go to a decision in his entire professional career. Bradley Swanepoel from Amanzimtoti, KwaZulu-Natal is hell-bent on proving worthy to be fighting at the top of the 145-pound ladder by taking a major scalp in the president, as he continues to represent his family's legacy on a quest to one-day challenge for the featherweight title of the EFC. It's Bradley Swanepoel versus Tumisang Madiba. Proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a rapper. No capper, street, not a rapper.
Here comes the president, Tumisang Madiba, Mamelodi's favourite showman and a warrior of note, has been through some absolutely incredible wars, and you just can't sleep on this guy, Gareth. He is such a well-rounded skill set. He's changed camp in the middle of fight camp just a week or two ago. He's moved now training there with Cole, the hitman heading, you see, inside your frame. And he's been training so hard. He still says that the CIT team in Pretoria has got him so well prepared for this fight. And it's a dangerous fight for him to take against a young, hungry guy like Bradley Swanepoel. But Tumi Madiba, absolutely stunning fighter, lightning quick submissions, great scramble, knockout power, such a devastating fighter, but like really took Lutando Biko the distance, you know, took Keir Harvey the distance. He's so highly experienced as he steps into the Rhino Beer prep zone. Of course, we are introducing Rhino Beer Extra Bold Premium Strength. I mean, what do you have to say? This guy's achieved it all apart from the belt, which he still wants.
Such an interesting thing, you know, we guys can have the most unbelievable skill sets, they can have the temperament, they just don't have the head for it sometimes, and sometimes it's a hit and miss, and sometimes you get these guys that have got phenomenal mindsets. Tumisang is a guy that has all the ability, he's skillful, he can do it all. He's very exciting. I've been excited about him since he started. Sometimes his head has let him down, and sometimes he just hasn't performed the way that he should. I think he's made some big changes, and he's in this space to come out and show us an unbelievable performance. I like this guy, I like his attitude, and I like the way he goes about his work. He's a guy that can definitely be a good champion.
And his mama sang, and the pastor sang. Said you gotta remember my name.
And here comes Amanzimtoti's very own Bradley Swanepoel. Technically, absolutely superb fighter. You see his father, Morne Swanepoel, there from combat coaching on the south coast of Durban. You see his brother there, Dylan Swanepoel, who fought on the undercard and put on a dominant performance, which is what they expect from Bradley, because that's what he's done in the past. I mean, this guy is just putting away everyone the EFC put in front of him, and he has not gone the distance in an entire pro career. He has not lost a fight in over 30 bouts, amateurs or pro, and he's just a natural finisher, a scintillating top game. That rear naked choke submission in the second round against Vim Bembe, the way he took his back, his transitions, his scramble, he's so tight and fluid. He does everything. He's always one step ahead of his opponents. The arm triangle choke in the first round against Yebo and Tambwe. The knockout of Ali Kalembe in the first round. He's such a natural-born finisher, and the stars are aligned for this kid. This is the biggest fight of his career, and he's going to as if he's going for a day at the office. I mean, he really does represent this new wave of Durban MMA we're talking about. The pride of Amanzimtoti right here, the nightmare, Bradley Swanepoel.
It takes a certain kind of mentality and a certain kind of discipline to be great in this sport. You heard his dad speaking earlier about how much these boys put in. This guy is super dedicated. He gives everything of himself to be better every day. He has the championship mentality. He has the ability to put his name up big in the likes of EFC. I'm excited for him, and I think we got a good matchup tonight, Simon.
Damn right we do. That's all thanks to World Sports Betting, who bring you this bout. taking place in the featherweight division of the EFC, and it is going to be a cracker. The build-up to this fight has been intense. Let's take a look at the World Sports Betting Tell-the-Tape, Gareth.
10 years older, Tumisang Madiba, but he gives away the height advantage, almost 7 inches, and then the reach advantage. Only an inch there for Bradley Swanepoel. This is a very interesting matchup, guys. Don't take your eyes off it.
Well, let's get the official fight introductions away there, Gareth. Without further ado, and send up to the voice of the hexagon. He is Koto Bilal Ramapol.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of EFC Fight Night. 3 rounds in the EFC featherweight division. Introducing first, in the red corner, a mixed martial artist with 9 wins, 11 losses. He stands at 5'5", weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Johannesburg, South Africa, I give you Tumisang, the President Madiba! And his opponent in the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, undefeated with 3 wins and 0 losses. He stands at 6'2", weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Durban, South Africa. Welcome, Bradley, the Nightmare Swanepoel! Your referee for this fight, referee Freddie Basson.
Suits the name Nightmare. He's just a nightmare for anybody that he stands in front of. But he's up against the president.
The lovely Ali welcoming the first round of this featherweight scrap. She's had a fantastic evening because it has been all non-stop action here at the EFC Performance Institute in Johannesburg, South Africa, and it's only even going to get better. This fight really is a main event in any promotion on the planet right now, and there's more to come. Straight after this, Bradley Swanepoel in the blue, Tumisang Madiba in the white, and we are underway. And this round is presented by Dragon Energy, the high-performance energy drink of the EFC.
Big moment for Bradley Swanepoel. Such a big challenge for him. Good movement already, moving nicely. Tumisang, nice and relaxed, controlling the center of the hex. Immediately onto that double.
It's good timing. He's got his neck as Tumisang Madiba's got a clinch though. He hasn't, he's got let go.
Good transition. Powered through that guillotine. Good side control.
Tumisang Madiba has a couple of submission wins on his record. Certainly no slouch off his back as Tumi.
Didn't waste his time. Set it up, immediately shot for that double.
Settling into half is Bradley. Let's just take a look at the in-play odds from World Sports Betting. It's changed here, Gareth. And immediately Swanepoel moving to favourite. Madiba the outsider on 1.6 betting line on our World Sports Betting in-play odds. Very interesting.
This is a position that I feel the fighters can really establish themselves. They can do a lot of damage. Good hip control in the half guard. Isolate one of the arms, open them up, and you can ground and pound unbelievably from this position. Good crossface there. Stretching Tumisang out, making it super uncomfortable.
Some very minor little shoulder strikes there from Bradley, just giving Tumisang no space whatsoever to frame up or try and scramble away. Just happy in half is Bradley Swanepoel, and starting to go to work now. Very patient from the youngster.
He's going to look to use the right leg to hook in on the thigh, to apply some pressure down on that thigh so that he can post his hips up and slide the knee through. Nice and strong hips, very heavy in the side control. He's looking to isolate that left arm. Once he can get control of that left arm, he can go to work with that right hand. Keeping himself nice and long in that half guard.
Bradley Swanepoel really just in his 4th EFC, 4th pro fight, really just coming in looking like he's a veteran. And it's Tumisang Madiba, the pro, really on his back and struggling to get away from Bradley's just stifling top game.
It's really amazing to see how these young fighters have taken to this game and so composed and so in control of themselves.
Yeah, and what a humble guy he is as well. I mean, just no smack talk. Came out talking about such respect for his opponent. And Tumisang's really trying to scramble off his back. There you go, there's the right leg you're asking for. Just get that hook in. Looking for his neck, Tumisang trying to get up.
Looking to attack the guillotine. Tumisang did very well.
Bradley in his
He's on the
corner
Kimura. Arm stretched out into a bit of an arm lock. Good. Heavy on that hip. Got to that crossface again. Into the control position. Look how he's driving his shoulder into Tumisang's jaw.
Just a couple of shots there, just softening up a little bit. Very cool, calm and collected from Swanepoel. He's there in his corner there, his father.
Tumisang attacking that Kimura again. Bradley doing well to defend. Then straight back to his work. Very basic movements in this position. Oh, big hammer fist.
Little shots, got to look out for the back of the head though. Tumi's leaving his neck out. Bradley's looking for an opening there. He thinks he's got one. He's keeping a hold of the single. He's going to let go of that.
The guillotine is there, the DAS is there. Looking for the transition to the back.
Oh, wide Tumisang though. Reverse the situation. Now it's Tumisang Madiba on top. Absolute veteran move there from the president. And now he's got less than a minute to work in. Couple of shots to the side.
See, that's the difference at this level. Game of inches, a small mistake can put you into trouble. He was in good control in a dominant position. Couldn't control the back and ended up on his back. He's in guard. He's trying to stop the strikes. Gonna look to that Kimura again.
Just the shots to the thigh is the only thing that Swanepoel can do at the moment. It's just controlling the torso of Tumisang Madiba. He needs to drive through and see if he can posture up and just score some points with less than 10 seconds left in the first. Calm and patient from both.
Tumisang just happy to wait out the round. Keep control. Stay in the dominant position. Was a good round for Bradley Swanepoel. Small mistake and it cost him from being in a very dominant round.
Yeah, very nice and cool and calm from Swanepoel. And also Tumisang Madiba, good defense off his back. As we take a look at the Restonic corner count, Gareth, I mean, it was just a case really that neither scored any major hits in there. It was a very back and forth war, but certainly perhaps going the way of Bradley Swanepoel in that first round.
Yeah, look, good double. Got on top, managed to get himself into half guard and just stayed about his work. Tumisang did well to disrupt him. Tacked a few Kimuras, give him something to think about. Managed to get out of the back take position, defend that, and then put himself in guard and control the rest of the round. Go.
Nightmare against the president goes into round two, surprising many people. Of course, this round is brought to you by Dragon Energy, the high performance energy drink of the EFC. And again, Swanepoel goes to dancing around the outside. It's Madiba now who's coming forward to headhunt.
Yeah, look, different challenge for him again. You know, taking the step up, coming up to a higher level, taking on a guy like Tumisang was always going to be a challenge.
Let's see if the World Sports Betting in-play odds have changed a little bit, and they have, but it's still Madiba who's the outsider and Swanepoel the favourite on a 0.55 betting line. A big overhand right for Madiba, and Swanepoel gets the single, but he's looking for the...
It's on the guillotine.
He's looking for the guillotine. Madiba is clinching it up.
Oh, he's done exceptionally well. Still in very tight though. Good job, good defense.
No panic from Bradley Swanepoel. Moves his head to the right side of Madiba. Immediately doesn't panic and gets out of the guillotine.
Used that crossface to defend the guillotine. Exceptionally good job. That was in tight. He shut down the hips, which stopped Tumisang getting in a better position. Good defense.
But it was almost like instinct from Swanepoel. It was almost like he wasn't thinking. He just knew exactly what side to Madiba to go to get out of the guillotine. It was beautiful. And now it's the right shoulder. Swanepoel's driving it under the throat of Madiba. Trying to get the right leg in to get the hook on. See if he can transition to full mount. But cool, calm and calculated from the nightmare. President just scrambling, see if he can get out of the position. He knows he's in a little bit of danger. Again with the shoulder strikes and Swanepoel on top. And in full mount.
Swanepoel utilized that crossface so well to drive and apply massive pressure to the jaw and open him up. Then
Swanepoel
passed into guard. Tumisang has done exceptionally well into side
very
control.
nice from Madiba. Very wily and slippy character on the ground is Tumisang.
He gave away, he did exceptionally well to defend the mount. Obviously he gave away the side control, but much better than being in that mount position. He's looking to get that underhook to reverse. Oh, fantastic work.
Fantastic sweep from Tumi. Puts the nightmare on his back. Again, it was Bradley who was hunting for the submission like it was in the first round that gave Tumisang Madiba the opening. Just great timing by Tumi, and knowing when to get the reversal. Once Swanepoel's looking for that submission, Tumisang just jumps on it as soon as he gets the space and reverses his opponent.
He waited for the weight distribution, and as soon as that came and he felt that he was in control, he powered through it and got himself into guard. It's interesting to see how he handles this round. You know, the last round, he just kind of held it out, he rode it out. Let's see if he gets in, putting some big ground and pound, and he's got to watch the submissions off the back of Bradley. We know that he's capable of submitting him from there.
Yeah, Tumi's got plenty of time. He's got 2 minutes now in the second round.
God,
just to
excellent
work.
Underhook.
Absolutely superb.
To the single leg escape.
He's got the neck. He's letting the neck go out there.
On.
It is on indeed. Oh, my word.
It was actually a ninja choke there. Did exceptionally well to escape that. Good work by Bradley Swanepoel. Some very, very, very technical exchanges going on here by these two.
So impressed. At just 24 years of age is Bradley Swanepoel, putting on that kind of grappling ability against a guy as experienced as Tumisang Madiba. I'm just blown away by this kid's talent. He just goes from strength to strength. Just can't leave any openings though, because we know so many times that Tumi just slaps on a triangle from anywhere. He's dangerous off his back as Tumisang Madiba. Bradley can't take him for granted.
Such a character building moment. You know, he's so used to getting the finishes. He's in a tough fight. He's not getting his own way. You know, where's his mind process? How does he handle the situation? He's doing an exceptionally good job, staying super calm, and he's going about his work. He hasn't got flustered. He keeps looking for that mount position again.
Tumi looking for the sweep, and Bradley knows exactly where he wants to go, but I reckon Madiba is probably going to switch and reverse it in a minute, but Bradley's just wise to it. He's desperately looking for that full mount though, isn't he? But happy to go back inside, thinking he can take the back, but Tumi rolls the right direction.
Regained that half guard again after he lost it. Good job by Tumisang. I want to see him get an underhook, and he's got to attack that underhook to look to get up. He can either switch down to the single leg to utilize that to drive up, or he can use that underhook across the back latch to drive around and get to one knee and one elbow and get himself up off the ground.
Nice shots to the side from Swanepoel. 10 seconds left. Tumi again looking for the sweep. They're all wrapped up like a pretzel bake, but Swanepoel a bit more cool and calm now. Tumi not being able to reverse, and a good round from both lads.
Another dominant session on top there by Bradley. Managed to finish the round on top. Didn't give away a sweep at any stage there towards the end. Nice back and forth. I mean, Tumisang has stayed very active off the back. He's been under a lot of pressure. He slowed Bradley down, not giving Bradley the opportunity to do what he wants.
Let's take a look at the Restonic action replay and just talk us through it, Gareth, because you're 100% right. It was a very technical second round.
Much like the first round, he timed the overhand right for the shot. This time onto the single leg. Tumi jumped for the guillotine, which was in tight. Bradley utilized the cross face to apply the pressure to pop the head out and then move into that half guard position control. Tumisang did very well to control him in there. Some elbows, not major damage taken, but just a lot of a grind there.
Yeah, a fascinating contest between the old school and the new is how he positioned it, and it really is. Good show of respect after each round, each lad helping each other up from round 1 and 2. But really, Tumi has to go for broke here. Quite a couple of knockouts on his record. Morne Swanepoel saying his lads from Toti that their stand-up is underrated, and Bradley's certainly showing that he's got the chops to trade on the feet.
Big round for Tumisang, big round for Bradley. Defining moment for Bradley in his career. big moment for Tumisang because he needs to get into the win column.
The Dragon Energy specifically designed to maximise mental and physical performance, and Swanepoel coming forward. Let's just take a see if that is the odds has changed at World Sports Betting. It's come a lot tighter after that round. Swanepoel's still the favourite, but very marginal now. These odds are really quite evening. You would have had good value at World Sports Betting if you bet before the first round. But even more interesting now that WSB are looking at Tumisang in the ascendancy, perhaps maybe because of those reversals in the second round. But here we go, Swanepoel giving him no room to escape those reversals again.
Same thing again, a little bit of an exchange. Bradley immediately into the shoot, immediately into that half-guard position. Tumisang attacking the guillotine, not able to pull it off, not able to move the hips out, get into a position where he can create leverage. Bradley utilizing that cross-face to drive deep into that guillotine choke and break the hold. He's now in that hard-guard position, and he's just going to go about the same work. It's Tumisang needs to do something, turning on the inside to him. He's giving his back, not a good position. Bradley moving to mount. He's now into full mount.
And he gets it. I don't know what the choke on is looking now.
Tumisang doing
Scramble
well to control it.
giving up his back. Dangerous place, he's got the hooks in. He hasn't got it underneath the chin at the moment.
This is Bradley's world.
But both of the hooks are in from Swanepoel.
Tumisang doing well to defend that.
A lot of good wrist fighting from Tumi, Gareth.
Yeah, doing exceptionally well to control the hands, not allowing him to connect.
Answering the telephone is Tumisang Madiba, preventing the forearm of Swanepoel underneath the chin, defending the rear naked pull. He's got the body triangle lock now on for Swanepoel, controlling the entire lower body of Tumisang Madiba. It's going to be a very difficult position for him to get out of here, and Swanepoel's got a lot of time in this final round to work to go look for the finish.
That body lock is nasty. It applies so much pressure to the abdomen, really takes the breath away of the guy that's is in that position. The struggle, you can really pull them out strong. You can create a very uncomfortable situation. Utilize it to create some doubt. And Tumisang is doing a good job at keeping the hands from connecting.
Tumisang rolling in the right direction. Swanepoel then changes his lock for the triangle to the other side. And a beautiful move from Swanepoel. Just nice, creative, almost instinctive jiu-jitsu, just keeping in that difficult position. From Tumisang Madiba can go left and right. He needs to escape from here, but cool, calm and patient is Bradley Swanepoel. Now, I think he wants, after those first two rounds, to look for the submission and give Tumisang Madiba that opportunity to escape again like he did in the first and second rounds.
Yeah, look, Tumisang needs to get going. He can't stay in this position. He's already down 2 rounds. Bradley's in the ascendancy. Yeah, he's got the back control. He just needs to work it out. He needs to grind down the time, and the victory will be his. Tumisang needs to make something happen immediately. He wants to turn into the open side where the strikes are coming from and keep that rotation until he gets into full mount. Otherwise, he's got to find a way to break that figure of 4. And then he's got to look to escape by latching up one of those legs.
Referee Ferdy Basson looking on at the action. Swanepoel against Madiba. We've still got Salza against Zulu coming up in the main event of the evening. That's going to be a cracker. But this has been a highly competitive fight at the featherweight division between Tumi and Bradley Swanepoel. And just really not looking for the submission is Bradley, but referee Ferdy Basson looking very closely. I don't think he's going to stand him up anytime soon.
I don't think so. You know, he's in such a dominant position. It would be a shame if he did. As you can see, every time Tumisang shifts his hips, Bradley changes that figure of 4 lock to the other side.
Under. He's playing with him.
He's done the right thing now to get the figure of 4 lock to that to the floor. Is looking, applying a pressure to that knee and that foothold right on the joint there. The more leverage that he can create, the more pressure he's going to apply to that figure 4 lock. Bradley doing exceptionally well just to control and do it, get his opportunity. As soon as he gets his opportunity, you see a couple strikes come in the judge's eyes. That's a winning round. Constant work.
Finally, looks like he's going to get the neck, but wrist control from Tumi prevents it. really not much time left to do any more work. Another brilliant performance from Bradley Swanepoel.
Tumisang did exceptionally well not to get submitted there, but unfortunately just not good enough to get Bradley Swanepoel off his back. Another fantastic performance from this youngster. It was, like I said, character building. He was tested and he did an exceptional job.
Yeah, he did. You're so correct, Gareth. I mean, Tumisang Madiba, always in that fight, always dangerous, just always on the back foot and put on his back. And Swanepoel really didn't give him any kind of openings after those first 2 rounds and just shut out that final third. And here we come, here's Madiba. There he goes, the somersault off the top of the cage. And the crowd love to see. Win or lose, Tumisang Madiba always wants to entertain.
Putting on a show. Very mature performance by Bradley Swanepoel. He was up against it there. Tumisang made it very difficult for him. Put the grind on him, and it was a very high-level opponent that he was up against. He did a fantastic job to control the fight. Well done. I think he's got a bright future. We've got to keep an eye on this guy. We look at the action replay here from Mostonic. Managed to get on his back, and that's how most of the round went. There was a lot of hands exchanging, a lot of fighting. Kept on changing that body lock from left to right. Tumisang just didn't have an answer for it. There was a lot of small grinds, small punches that came in that just, at the end of the day, won the round for him.
It's great to see as the Restonic action replay carries on, Tumisang Madiba going over to the entire Swanepoel corner and hugging it out with every single one. A beautiful show, respect. Come win or lose, the president is always a fan favorite, always wants to put on a show. When the fight's over and the talking, the fighting is done, it's nothing but respect and appreciation from Tumisang Madiba and Bradley Swanepoel. Well, let's get the official result and hear it from the judges and send it up to the voice of the hexagon. It is Kotso Bilal Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. The judges score this contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Bradley, the Nightmare Swanepoel.
As always, entertainment and respect from the president, Tumisang Madiba, and well-deserved it is for the Nightmare, Bradley Swanepoel, a shutout from Manzim Toti. How good does that feel against a veteran scalp like Tumisang?
Wow, what an awesome fight. He's such an awesome fighter. I'm so glad to experience all 3 rounds. It's my first time in my career with the 3 rounds, but it's such an amazing feeling. The training camp, the sacrifices, the hardships, everything has paid off. I'm super humbled and blessed. Vir my familie, my span, baie dankie vir die ondersteuning. Ek is baie lief vir julle. Dankie dat julle gekom het van Durban af na Joburg toe. And thank you so much for the support. I'm really blessed, and it's all the way up from here.
Yeah, you're right to thank everyone driving up here all the way from Durban. That just goes to show how powerful Durban mixed martial arts is. What's next for you? I know that Keir Harvey may be on the horizon. What do you think's next for you?
Whoever's next. I'm training day in, day out. You know, I'm training every single day, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. Doesn't matter who's next in front of me. I want to be the best in the world, and I want to be a champ. So whatever's next, I'll talk to my coach and see who's next. I'm super blessed, and I'm so proud of my younger brother having an awesome win earlier on this night. And my teammate TK, yeah, 3 wins for teammate fighter. Whoa! Yeah!
Congratulations, well-deserved victory. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Nightmare, Bradley Swanepoel.
Another big win there for the Swanepoel family. Excellent work, really methodical in the way that they went about it. You know, stays unbeaten. He's building an unbelievable career for himself and an amazing reputation. I look forward to seeing him again in the future. I think he's got a very bright future.